Shalom. First and foremost, before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Kodash. Double honors go out to the apostles, elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Shalom, Barakim to you brothers and sisters out there. This is the brother Malachi from the Great Millstone Nashville camp, and Lord, when that this lesson is edifying to the hopeful elect. All right, I want to touch on the topic of, us having the willingness to give our life, for this ministry. Which first, let me get that word willingness. It says the quality or state of being prepared to do something, readiness. The quality or state of being prepared to do something, readiness. All right, so being in this truth, especially as, for brothers, for men, sisters as well, but especially men, those that are out there on the front lines teaching, the prophets. We all have to be willing to give our life if it comes down to that. Which we know that, a good portion of us are going to get delivered and beamed up, but there will be some of us that will have to die. Now, you're not receiving judgment. All right, if you die being in this ministry sincerely, you get put in the guillotine, you didn't die a 2/3 death. That didn't make you wicked or through. No, you died the death of a martyr. All right, let me actually grab the word for that. It says a martyr is someone who is willing to suffer persecution or death for their religious beliefs or other cause. For example, in Christianity, martyrs are people who were killed for their faith in Yahweh Shai. In Judaism, the Maccabees are an example of Jewish martyrs who died fighting to preserve their religion. The word martyr can also be used as a verb to mean to put someone to death for refusing to give up their beliefs. Which the Maccabees, I'm glad they mentioned the Maccabees, because a big example of that is 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and 7, but especially in chapter 7 with the mother and her 7 sons. And not only that, but of course, Apostle Stephen, Yahweh Shai, being the ultimate, sacrifice, which I actually got the etymology for sacrifice here. Yahweh Shai giving his life for the nation of Israel. All right, which Yahweh Shai said in John, I believe the 15th chapter, there's no greater love than if a man lay down his life for his friends. And so, Yahweh Shai went through an absolutely excruciating, painful, horrible death. We can't act like us giving our life in return isn't, the least that we can do if it has to come down to that decision. Because, Yahweh forbid, we're not taking that damn grain of rice. So, if you are captured and you're in a FEMA camp and they give you the choice, look, either you take it or you're getting put on the guillotine here. Well, we're going to take the guillotine. Yahweh Ratazah. Or Yahweh Shai said he was going to keep us from the hour of temptation. So we're going to be given the spirit to be willing to do this. And whatever else may come with it. You even had somebody, an Israelite that believed on Yahweh Shai, a saint, later on, I believe hundreds of years after Yahweh Shai was on the scene. And I forgot exactly what his name was. Let me look it up real quick. Saint Lawrence. He was a martyr, and it says that he was tied to a red-hot iron grill and roasted to death. Now, he was given a certain spirit. Right? Because look at this. Saint Lawrence is the saint who is said to have been burned alive on a gridiron and famously declared, "I'm well done on this side, turn me over." You got to have a certain spirit on you to be that bold, right? But like it says in Proverbs 28:1, the righteous are bold as a lion. We're not worried about these damn Edomites out here, man. Like the scriptures say, what believe King David, what can man do unto me? And then in the book of Matthew, destroy both. Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. This in red. It says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell." Okay, so don't worry about... Now, of course, it's easier said than done. We're in the flesh. Right? In the flesh, be timid. But ultimately, the spirit, like it says in the scriptures, the spirit quickeneth. So, forget all the, the pain and the suffering, all those things that we're going to have to go through. Is it going to suck? Of course. Acts 14:22, through great tribulation, we're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven. At the same time, the reward is so much greater. All right? You might get put in that guillotine, and that your death is going to come down, boom, your head's cut off, and just like that, you're up in a chariot. Scriptures say the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. This is the whole point that's being created was to serve Yahweh Shema Shai. You denying to take the MOTB and being put in the guillotine is proof of your faith. You passed the test, right? And now it's not to say that if you don't die in the guillotine then you're not of the elect. No, because once again, there's going to be many believers that aren't going to have to taste death. But if you're put in that situation, it's really an honor to be able to give your life for Yahweh Shema Shai, as Yahweh Shai gave his life for yours, for your sake. See, we understand death. That's one of the first things you really learn in this truth is death and how it works. Reincarnation, that heaven and hell isn't real in the aspect of Christianity. You see, we're looking for the world to come, which is for few. So with that in mind, why would we be so entangled and focused up on this one? Then you've been reincarnated time and time again. Why are you so worried about this body? You're going to get another one, a better one. If you have to die for Yahweh Shai, you're going to immediately get sent to that new body. You're going to have no more pain, no more suffering. You're going to be in the game. You ain't got nothing to worry about, man. For those of us that look like the other nations, we're going to have our appearance back. So fuck this body. The hell? Now still, of course, take care of yourself. Goodness gracious. The fact that we even got to say things like that, on that type of level, like Jake is out here taking drugs and, eating McDonald's every day and just drinking yourself to death. Do we make mistakes? Could we do better with our diet? Could we do better with exercise? Of course. But you need to be putting effort in at least, trying to take care of yourself. First and foremost, start with the dietary laws, right? You shouldn't be eating no damn pork. All right? Try to make sure you get some herbs in you. Get some sort of exercise, walk. You got to start somewhere. But we love not our lives unto the death, I believe is how the scripture goes, roughly paraphrasing. So if we have to give up our body, our comfortability for Yahweh Shema Shai, we're all for it. Which ultimately we're all going to give up our comfortability. All right? Whether you believe in Yahweh Shema Shai or not, everybody's about to be uncomfortable real soon. The difference is the men of the Lord and those that believe, we're already seeing patches of uncomfortability because we're being chastised to be built up. These people don't deal with the things that we deal with. They don't have to deal with demons toiling in their mind. All right, they don't have to deal with these random events that just come up all of a sudden. You know, these people are being blessed by Satan, especially these Edomites. They ain't got a care in the world. You know, nobody feels the curses as much as the men and women that believe in Yahweh by Shema Shai do. It's one thing to be under the curses. It's another thing to be under the curses and understand that you're cursed and understand why you're here. Understand that all of this shit is vanity. It's a completely different ball game. You see? So let me go ahead and get this. Since I was talking about the guillotines, I wanted to grab this Revelations 20. Revelation chapter 20, verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. All right, there's going to be a 1,000-year period when Yahushua returns and his kingdom is established. 1,000 years, these nations are going to be in hardcore bondage. Now, that doesn't mean after the 1,000 years we're going to die again. All right, that doesn't mean after the 1,000 years the heathen nation is going to rise up. No, that the 16 nations, they're going to go back to their respective lands, and they're going to be tributaries. And the reason why I said 16 and not 17, because there's 18 in total, is because one of those 17 heathen nations, the nation of Esau, Edom, the so-called white men, after that 1,000 years is going to be destroyed off the face of the earth. You see? That's why I said 16. All right, he's not going to have a place in society after that 1,000 years. So it's not looking too good for Esau, Edom, and it really never did. You know, ever since the beginning, you wanted to lie and be a fucking murderer. Well, that, you know, this, you reap what you sow. He did all this stuff to himself by being a piece of shit. All right. So, anyways, yeah. So, like I said, I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. So they're going to remain resilient. They're going to stand firm. All right, they're not going to fold or break. You know, they're going to continue to confess the names of Yahweh by Shema Shai, no matter what. Like it says in Romans, 8? What can separate us from the love of Yahushua? You know, nothing. So damn sure not a guillotine. You know, that verse actually reminded me of this. I think might be in Kings. First Kings chapter. Let me see where to start. First Kings chapter. Well, I'll just get that verse. First Kings chapter 19, verse 18. It says, "Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal or Baal, and every mouth which hath not kissed him." All right, 7,000 being completion, and we're seeing that now because you see, who was it? Elijah? Yeah. Elijah was seeing that he was believing that he was the only one left. And the Lord was reassuring him, no, I got plenty of men out there, you know, believers out there that they're not bowing to Baal either. All right, they're not worshiping idols and they're serving me. And then an example of that was, of course, Elisha, which is, you know, the student of Elijah, who essentially was his successor, if you will. And that's the same thing now. You know, sometimes you have them thoughts thinking you're the only one. No, there's a lot of brothers and sisters out there that are going through hell just like you, you know, that are awaiting the return of Yahushua. You're not alone in this thing, and that's the beauty of it. Like scriptures say in Ecclesiastes, 2 is better than 1. Especially if you're in a camp, you're blessed. If you got brothers around you, you're blessed. All right, we're able to talk. We chat on our group message, our group chats. We call each other. We see each other, at least, every weekend. It's a breath of fresh air knowing that you're not the only one out here that is fed up with Babylon and Esau, Edom, and ready for righteousness to, become the norm in the earth. So, Lord willing that this, was edifying, I just want to, put that sobering message out there of the willingness to give up your life. I know I didn't grab a lot of scriptures on that per se. I kind of started to swing off in different directions, but Lord willing that this lesson was edifying. Before I close, I want to give all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Avshai B'Shem Rachah Kodash. Double honors go out to the apostles, Elder Grade Millstone. Shalom.